Listen up. Right now, your mind can be your greatest weapon or your deadliest enemy. If you keep letting thoughts, emotions, and distractions run wild or you stay weak, you're going to end up broke and average forever. In this full audiobook, I am handing you the exact training system to discipline your mind like a warrior. Train every thought, every habit, and every second of focus, so your mind finally becomes the unbreakable weapon that delivers everything you want. This is not motivation, this is war with negativity. And today you are going to start to become a warrior. Chapter 1. Declare war on your weak mind. Listen closely. The undisciplined mind is the silent enemy that has already cost you years of progress. Most people never realize they are at war until it's too late. They scroll, they negotiate, and finally lose. But the real warriors declare war the moment he wakes up. You have a choice. Declare war or stay weak. You can keep pretending your mind is on your side, or you can look it dead in the eye and say now is the end. Your mind has been running the show for far too long. It tells you to stay in bed. It tells you you're not ready. It tells you other people are the problem. And every single time you listen, you surrender ground you will never get back. Most people live their entire lives as prisoners of a mind they never chose to control. They wake up already defeated, already negotiating with weakness before their feet even hit the floor. You don't need their permission to change that. You don't need more motivation. You don't need better circumstances. You need to declare war. Navy SEALs begin every single day with a mental declaration that their mind belongs to them, not to chaos. They don't wake up and see how they feel. They wake up and take the mind by force. That's not motivation. That's ownership. You must do the same. Stop negotiating with weakness. Every negative thought is now an enemy combatant that must be eliminated immediately. No debate. No conversation. No maybe later. The moment self-pity, distraction, victimhood, or laziness enters your mind, you strike. Declare war or stay weak. This is not about being positive. This is about dominance. Your mind is either your weapon or your warden. There is no middle ground. It's not about your past. It's not about your feelings. It's about discipline. From this day forward, you will treat your mind like occupied territory that must be taken back inch by inch. Every morning you will remind it who's in command. Here's your first daily war ritual. Do it exactly as written. The moment your eyes open, before you touch your phone, before you speak a single word, you will sit up straight in bed and say out loud, I declare war on my weak mind. Today it serves me. I do not serve it. Then you will name 3 specific ways your mind has been sabotaging you lately. Be brutally specific. Maybe it's, I scroll instead of working. Maybe it's, I make excuses every single morning. Maybe it's, I replay yesterday's failures like a bitch. Name them. Then verbally execute them. That behavior is no longer welcome. I will destroy it on sight. This sounds extreme because it is. Your mind respects extremes. It does not respect gentle suggestions. You have a choice. You can keep being reasonable with a mind that has been destroying your potential for years, or you can become unreasonable about your standards. Declare war or stay weak. Throughout the day you will practice immediate elimination. The second you catch yourself spiraling, you will say one word out loud if you can, war. Then you will force your mind onto something useful. No negotiation. No, I'll get back on track later. Immediate course correction. This is how you turn your brain from victim to commander. Most people lose battles they don't even know they're fighting. You will now fight every single one with full awareness. That's the difference between someone who hopes their life gets better and someone who forces their life to improve. You don't need anyone's permission to become dangerous with your discipline. You don't need the perfect conditions. You only need to decide that weakness is no longer an option. This war doesn't end. It becomes who you are. You will slip. When you do, you will not feel sorry for yourself. You will simply declare war again. Every single time. That's how you build muscle. By the end of this chapter, you already have your first weapon, your morning declaration. Use it tomorrow morning. Use it the morning after. Make it non-negotiable. Because here's the truth most will never accept. Your mind is not going to fix itself. It must be conquered. Daily. Violently. Without apology. Declare war or stay weak. You now understand the enemy. You have your first ritual. You know what must be done. You mastered the declaration. Now it's time to protect what you've taken back. Chapter 2. Stop letting thoughts run wild. Random thoughts are the thief of your future. Left unchecked, they create anxiety, indecision, and failure. They whisper, they scream, they loop, and they destroy your focus while you sit there like a passenger in your own head. Most people are completely enslaved by their thoughts. They believe whatever their mind spits out. They feel whatever their mind tells them to feel. They obey like weak dogs. The warrior does not. Thoughts are not facts. They are orders you either obey or destroy. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep letting your mind run wild like a rabid animal, or you can cage it and make it serve you. There is no third option. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, wrote in his journal every single morning to cage his thoughts before the day began. He didn't wait until he was overwhelmed. He interrogated his mind at dawn, like a commander reviewing his troops. He understood that if you don't control your thoughts will control your life. You don't need anyone's permission to do the same. It's not about having a calm mind. It's about having a disciplined mind. From this moment forward, you will stop treating your thoughts as background noise. Every thought that enters your head must now prove its value or be executed on the spot. This is what separates the warrior from the civilian. The warrior trains the mind to observe thoughts without reacting. He turns mental chatter into strategic silence. He does not argue with his mind. He commands it. Here is your new weapon, the thought interrogation protocol. You will install this protocol immediately and use it for the rest of your life. The moment you catch a thought that creates anxiety, self-doubt, distraction, anger, or useless noise, you stop everything and run it through this protocol. Step 1. Say stop. Out loud if possible. This breaks the trance. Step 2. Interrogate it ruthlessly with 3 questions. 1. Is this thought useful right now? 2. Does this serve the man I am becoming? 3. Would I respect someone who acts on this thought? If the answer is no to any of these, you destroy it. You do not negotiate. You do not say maybe later. You label it clearly, useless, destroyed. Then immediately replace it with a deliberate thought that moves you forward. Thoughts are not facts. They are orders you either obey or destroy. You have a choice. Every time you let a weak thought run without interrogation, you are choosing weakness. Every time you execute a useless thought without mercy, you are choosing strength. This is not meditation. This is mental warfare. You will practice this protocol constantly. In the car. In meetings. In the gym. Especially the first thing in the morning and last thing at night. The mind is most dangerous when it's unwatched. You must stop letting your thoughts run wild. Stop assuming every feeling is true. Stop believing every story your mind tells you about what you can't do, what you're not ready for, or who's to blame. It's not about having better thoughts. It's about having total authority over the thoughts you allow. That's the key. The more you use this protocol, the quieter and more lethal your mind becomes. What used to be constant noise slowly turns into strategic silence. That silence is where your power lives. Most men will never do this. They will keep listening to their thoughts like fools, wondering why their life feels chaotic and heavy. You will not be one of them. You now have the protocol. You have the standard. The only thing left is execution. Declare war on every useless thought that tries to steal your future. Interrogate without mercy. Destroy without hesitation. Thoughts are not facts. They are orders you either obey or destroy. You have now taken control of your mind's output. You declared war in Chapter 1. You have now learned how to police the battlefield. Next, you must learn what to do with your body and your time before the world starts demanding pieces of you. Chapter 3. Forge iron discipline in silence. Loud motivation dies by noon. The screaming, the hype, the let's go energy, it all collapses the moment real resistance shows up. What remains is either iron discipline or another disappointed man making excuses. Quiet discipline is what separates warriors from civilians. Discipline in silence or stay average. That's the key. The world wants to watch you perform. It wants the show. It wants motivational posts and dramatic declarations. The warrior understands that real discipline happens when no one is watching. No audience. No applause. No validation. Just you, your standards, and the work. David Goggins ran over 100 miles at a time with zero fanfare. No cameras in his face. No crowd cheering him on. Just internal commands and total silence. He didn't need motivation. He had forged iron in the quiet. You don't need their permission to do the same. It's not about feeling motivated. It's about discipline. Every warrior builds an invisible daily system that no one sees but everyone eventually feels in the results. The body changes. The focus sharpens. The reputation transforms. All because of work done in silence. You have a choice. You can keep chasing loud motivation that fades by noon, or you can forge discipline so deep that it no longer needs an audience. Here is your exact 5-step silence ritual. This is not a suggestion. This is your new standard. The 5-step silence ritual. Do this every single morning before the world starts screaming for your attention. Step 1. Detach. Remove all inputs. Phone in another room. No music. No podcast. No noise. Just you and the silence. Most men are terrified of this step. That's why they stay average. Step 2. Confront. Sit or stand in perfect posture and face the resistance. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding today? Name it out loud. Look the hardest thing in the eye. Do not flinch. Step 3. Command. Speak your declaration with authority. I declare war on my weak mind. Thoughts are not facts. They are orders I either obey or destroy. Discipline in silence or stay average. Say it like a man who means it. Step 4. Commit. Choose one single task that will move your life forward, the one that matters most. Not the easiest. The one that requires the most discipline. Lock it in. Say it clearly, this is what I will do today no matter what. Step 5. Begin. Start that task immediately in complete silence. No warm-up. No delay. The moment you begin, the forging begins. This is where iron is made. Discipline in silence or stay average. You will repeat this ritual daily. Not when you feel like it. Not when it's convenient. Every single day. The repetition is what turns the ritual into identity. While the world scrolls, complains, and looks for the next hit of motivation, you will be in silence forging yourself into something dangerous. They will feel the difference in you even if they never understand how you did it. This is how you build an invisible system so strong that your results become undeniable. It's not about talent. It's not about intelligence. It's about discipline. You now have the ritual. You have the standard. The only variable left is whether you're willing to do it when it's boring, when you're tired, and when no one will ever know. The warrior does it anyway. Discipline in silence or stay average. You have declared war on your weak mind. You have learned to interrogate your thoughts. You have now been given the system to forge yourself in silence. The foundation is set. Now it's time to make your actions match your standards. Chapter 4. Kill the enemy called distraction. Distraction is not harmless. It is the assassin sent to murder your potential. It doesn't come with warnings. It comes dressed as convenience, entertainment, and quick checks. And every time you open the door, it puts a knife in your future. Most men die of 1,000 small distractions. They never get shot. They simply bleed out their focus until nothing is left. The warrior treats every notification as an incoming attack. Distraction is the enemy. Eliminate it or it eliminates you. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep letting your attention get stolen in pieces, or you can become ruthless about protecting what belongs to you. There is no middle ground. Elite athletes who locked their phones in another room during training blocks saw their performance double. The moment they removed the option to be distracted, everything changed. They didn't become more talented. They simply stopped leaking power. You don't need their permission to do the same. It's not about having more willpower. It's about discipline. From this day forward, you will treat distraction like an enemy combatant that must be eliminated on sight. Every beep, every buzz, every tempting tab is now a direct threat to your future self. The warrior does not negotiate with the enemy. This is why you are going to install the zero-tolerance focus shield. This shield makes distractions physically and practically impossible. It is not flexible. It is not optional. It is your new operating system. Here are the exact rules of the zero-tolerance focus shield. Rule 1. Physical removal. Your phone does not exist during deep work. It gets locked in another room, placed in a timed lockbox, or given to someone else. No excuses. Out of sight, out of reach. Rule 2. Single task domination. You only allow one single task on your screen or in front of you. One browser tab. One document. One project. Multitasking is for civilians. Rule 3. Time block lockdown. You will work in 90 to 120-minute unbreakable blocks. During these blocks, you are unreachable. Tell the people who need to know. Then disappear. Rule 4. Environment engineering. Your workspace must be designed for war. Clean desk. No open tabs. No snacks. No random objects. Everything in your environment either supports the mission or gets removed. Rule 5. Instant execution. If you break the shield, even once, you pay an immediate penalty. 50 push-ups. Cold shower. Delete an app for 30 days. Make the pain of breaking focus greater than the pain of staying disciplined. Distraction is the enemy. Eliminate it or it eliminates you. You have a choice. You can continue living in a fog of constant partial attention, wondering why you never finish anything important, or you can build a shield so strong that distraction cannot penetrate. Most men will never do this. They like their little dopamine hits too much. They would rather stay average than feel the discomfort of true focus. You are not most men. When you implement this shield, something dangerous happens. Your mind stops looking for escape routes. Your focus becomes deeper. Your output becomes lethal. Results start showing up faster than you expected. This is the power of elimination. It's not about being busy. It's about being dangerous with your attention. You now have everything you need. You have declared war on your weak mind. You control your thoughts. You forge discipline in silence. And now you have the shield to protect it all. Distraction is the enemy. Eliminate it or it eliminates you. Install the zero-tolerance focus shield immediately. Today. Not tomorrow. The war is on. The enemy is clear. Now you must become the kind of man who refuses to lose. You have killed the assassin of distraction. Next, you will learn how to make your daily actions match the standard of a warrior. Chapter 5. Command your emotions like a battlefield general. Emotions are weapons. Either you control them or they control the battlefield. Most men are not in command. They are at the mercy of every feeling that passes through them. Anger hijacks them. Fear paralyzes them. Doubt makes them retreat. They become puppets to whatever their body decides to feel in the moment. The warrior feels the fire but never lets it burn the mission. Emotions are soldiers. You are the general. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep being ruled by your emotions like a weak civilian, or you can step into the role of general and command them with absolute authority. Stoic generals like Epictetus lost empires, suffered betrayal, and faced unimaginable hardship, yet they never lost their minds. They commanded emotion instead of obeying it. While lesser men crumbled, they stayed dangerous. They understood a truth you must now burn into your skull. It's not about never feeling. It's about discipline. Emotions are soldiers. You are the general. From this moment on, you will stop treating emotions as truth. They are not orders. They are ammunition. The difference is whether you use them or they use you. The warrior does not suppress emotion. He channels it. He feels the rage, the fear, the doubt, and then redirects that energy like a general directing troops exactly where he wants them. You don't need their permission to become emotionally dangerous. Here is the weapon you will use every single day for the rest of your life. The 3-second emotional pause technique. This technique turns anger, fear, doubt, and frustration into pure strategic fuel. Here's exactly how it works. The moment you feel a strong emotion spike, heart rate up, chest tight, mind racing, you immediately freeze. You have 3 seconds. No more. Step 1. Freeze. Stop all physical movement. Lock your body. This breaks the emotional autopilot. Step 2. Name it. Silently say the exact emotion. This is anger. This is fear. This is a doubt. Naming it gives you distance from it. Step 3. Ask the general's question. Ask yourself one question. What would the mission require right now? Not what you feel I like doing. Not what's comfortable. What does the mission require? Then you choose. You respond as the general, not the soldier. Emotions are soldiers. You are the general. Use this technique every single time emotion tries to take the wheel. When your boss pisses you off. When you want to quit. When fear tells you you're not ready. When doubt starts whispering. 3 seconds. Freeze. Name. Choose. The more you use it, the faster and sharper it becomes. What used to derail you for hours will now last 3 seconds before you redirect the energy into fuel. This is how warriors stay dangerous under pressure. You have a choice. Keep letting your emotions run the battlefield and watch your life stay mediocre, or become the general who commands every soldier under his command. Most men will never master this. They enjoy being emotional too much. They like the drama. They like the excuse. You will not afford yourself that weakness. Emotions are soldiers, you are the general. You now have the complete internal system. You declared war on your weak mind. You control your thoughts. You forged discipline in silence. You eliminated distraction. And now you command your emotions like a battlefield general. The inside is being conquered. It's time to turn that control outward and make your actions match the standard you've set. Chapter 6. Forge habits that turn you into steel. Weak habits create weak warriors. Steel habits create legends. Your life right now is the sum total of your habits. Not your goals. Not your dreams. Not your one-time bursts of motivation. Just your habits. And right now, most of them are making you soft. Small daily disciplines compound into unbreakable mental armor. You have a choice. You can continue with sloppy, random, weak habits that keep you average, or you can deliberately stack steel habits that turn you into something formidable. Stack steel habits or stay soft forever. That's the key. Jocko Willink wakes up at 4:30 a.m. every single day, rain or shine, tired or not, deployed or at home. The habit itself became his armor. It wasn't for about an hour. It was about proving to himself before the world woke up that he was the kind of man who could be counted on. That level of consistency forges steel. You don't need their permission to do the same. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. From this chapter forward, you will stop hoping to become tough. You will build habits that make toughness automatic. The Warrior Forge stack will rewire your brain for automatic discipline. Here is your exact 7-habit Warrior Forge stack. Install it immediately. 1. Rise. You wake up at 4:30 a.m. No negotiation. No snooze button. This is your first victory of the day. The moment your feet hit the floor, you have already beaten 99% of men. 2. Silence declaration. You immediately run your 5-step silence ritual from chapter 3. No phone. No noise. Just you, your declaration, and total ownership of the day. 3. Physical domination. You train hard every morning. Minimum 45 minutes. Lift heavy, run, or do brutal bodyweight training. You do not negotiate with your body. You command it. 4. Thought interrogation. You run the thought interrogation protocol. You clear mental trash before the world tries to fill your head with noise. A clean mind is a dangerous mind. 5. One hard task. Before 8 a.m., you complete your most important task of the day. Not easy work. The hardest thing. The thing that moves the mission forward. You eat the frog while everyone else is still sleeping. 6. Zero tolerance focus. You activate the zero tolerance focus shield during all deep work blocks. No distractions. No leaks. Total concentration. 7. Evening after action review. Before bed, you review the day like a general. What went well? Where did you break discipline? What will you correct tomorrow? You end the day with brutal honesty and clear orders for tomorrow. Stack steel habits or stay soft forever. These 7 habits, done daily, will rewire your brain. At first they will feel hard. Then they will feel normal. Eventually they will feel like who you are. That is when the steel has been forged. You must stop romanticizing big transformations. Real change is boring, repetitive, and built on days most people will never see. That's the point. It's not about perfection. It's about discipline. Every time you stack these habits, you add another layer of armor. Over time, the armor becomes so thick that nothing can break you. Not failure. Not criticism. Not fatigue. Not circumstances. This is how legends are built, not in public but in private, through decisions no one sees. You have a choice. Keep your weak, soft, negotiable habits and stay exactly where you are. Or stack steel habits and become the kind of man who moves through the world differently. Stack steel habits or stay soft forever. You now have the complete internal operating system. Your mind is at war. Your thoughts are controlled. Your discipline is forged in silence. Your distractions are eliminated. Your emotions are commanded. And now your daily habits are turning you into steel. The foundation is complete. Now it's time to raise your standards so high that your old self can no longer recognize you. Chapter 7. Train focus until nothing breaks you. Scattered focus equals scattered results. Laser focus equals total domination. Your ability to focus is the highest leverage skill you possess. Everything you want, wealth, strength, respect, freedom, depends on your capacity to lock in and stay locked in while the world tries to pull you apart. Most men live in a permanent state of partial attention. They start things but never finish them. They dabble. They switch tasks. They wonder why their life looks like a half-built construction site. The warrior locks in so deeply that time disappears and victory becomes inevitable. Focus like your life depends on it, because it does. That's the key. You have a choice. You can continue letting your attention leak in every direction like a broken vessel, or you can train your focus until nothing can break you. Chess grandmasters and special forces operators train single-point concentration until external chaos becomes irrelevant. Bombs could be falling, crowds could be screaming, their own heart could be pounding. None of it matters. They see only the target. They have trained their gaze into a weapon. You don't need their permission to develop the same power. It's not about talent. It's about discipline. From this day forward, you will stop accepting a scattered mind. You will train to focus like a martial art. You will treat every distraction as an enemy that must be destroyed. This is why you are installing the Warrior Gaze protocol. This protocol turns any task into a battlefield you own completely. It is simple, brutal, and devastatingly effective. Here is the exact Warrior Gaze protocol. Step 1. Declare the target. Before you begin any important work, you speak out loud exactly what you are about to do. One clear objective. No vague bullshit. I am now writing 800 words. I am now training my back and biceps. Be specific. Step 2. Assume the posture. Sit or stand tall. Shoulders back. Chin slightly up. Eyes locked forward. Your body must signal to your brain that this is serious. This is war. Step 3. Activate the gaze. Pick one single point related to the task. A word on the screen, a spot on the wall, the barbell, and lock your eyes there. Do not move them. This physical lock anchors your mind. Step 4. Enter the void. For the next block of time, nothing else exists. No notifications. No thoughts about later. No music. You go into the void. If your mind wanders, you use the 3-second emotional pause from Chapter 5 and return immediately. No mercy. Step 5. Exit and score. When the block is complete, you rate your focus from 1 to 10. Write it down. Anything under 8 is unacceptable. Review what broke your gaze and destroy that weakness tomorrow. Focus like your life depends on it, because it does. You will run this protocol on every mission-critical task. Start with 25-minute blocks and build up to 90-minute sessions of pure, unbreakable focus. The goal is to reach a state where time vanishes and only the work remains. This is the kind of focus that creates legends. While others are kind of working, you will be operating in a completely different dimension. Lethal. This is how you separate yourself from the pack so thoroughly that competition becomes irrelevant. You have a choice. Stay scattered and stay average. Or train your focus until nothing breaks you. Stack this protocol on top of the Warrior Forge stack from Chapter 6. The combination will make you terrifyingly effective. Focus like your life depends on it, because it does. You have now been given the complete system for mental dominance. Your mind is under command. Your habits are forged in steel. Your emotions are controlled. Your distractions are dead. And now your focus has become a weapon. The internal war is nearly won. It is time to turn that focused power into visible results that cannot be ignored. Chapter 8. Embrace pain to build mental toughness. Comfort is the slow poison that kills warriors. Pain is the forge that creates them. Every time you choose comfort, you get weaker. Every time you choose pain, you get stronger. There is no neutral. You are either forging steel or melting it. Most men spend their entire lives running from discomfort. They hit snooze. They skip the workout. They avoid hard conversations. They choose the easy path and wonder why they feel weak, anxious, and empty. The warrior does the opposite. Embrace the suck or stay broken. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep avoiding pain like a civilian, or you can run toward it like a man who understands what it actually does for him. David Goggins ran at 4 a.m. in freezing rain long before the world knew his name. Those miserable miles built the mental toughness that later saved his life in combat. He didn't do it for likes or motivation. He did it to harden himself from the inside out. He understood that pain is the price of power. You don't need their permission to start doing the same. It's not about suffering for suffering's sake. It's about discipline. Every single time you choose pain over comfort, your mind levels up. Your tolerance rises. Your excuses die. Your character gets heavier. This is how mental toughness is built, not in theory but in repeated voluntary discomfort. You will now stop running from pain and start using it. This is where the pain transmutation method becomes your new weapon. The pain transmutation method turns discomfort into pure mental power. Here's exactly how it works. Step 1. Choose it. Deliberately pick one hard thing every day that you would normally avoid. Cold shower. Brutal workout. Difficult conversation. Waking up at 4:30. You don't wait for pain to find you. You go find it. Step 2. Enter fully. When the pain hits, you don't flinch. You don't distract yourself. You breathe deep and stay completely present in the discomfort. Most men try to escape it. You move into it. Step 3. Name and claim. Silently say, "This is the forge. This is making me unbreakable." You give the pain meaning. You link it to the man you are becoming. This single move transforms suffering into sacrifice. Step 4. Transmute. You take the fire of that discomfort and immediately direct it into your next action. You use the energy instead of wasting it. The pain becomes fuel. The suck becomes power. Embrace the suck or stay broken. You will practice this method daily. The goal is not to become comfortable with pain. The goal is to become so familiar with it that comfort starts to feel like weakness. Every morning cold shower, every hard training session, every time you say no to distraction, every moment you keep working when you want to quit, these are deposits into your mental toughness account. Do this long enough and something extraordinary happens. You stop fearing pain. You start craving it, because you know what it produces. It's not about being masochistic. It's about discipline. While others are protecting their comfort, you will be forging an unbreakable mind in the fire they run from. They will feel the difference in you. They won't be able to explain it, but they will respect it. Embrace the suck or stay broken. You have now been given the full arsenal. You control your mind. You command your thoughts. You own your focus. You stack steel habits. And now you have learned how to transmute pain into power. The warrior is almost complete. Only one thing remains: raising your standards so high that your old self can no longer live inside your new life. Chapter 9. Turn every setback into your greatest weapon. Setbacks are not failures. They are live fire training for the warrior. Most men break when they lose. They quit. They make excuses. They let one defeat define them for years. The warrior does the opposite. He studies the loss like a predator studying its own wound, then comes back stronger, meaner, and more dangerous. Setback is set up, use it or lose it. That's the key. You have a choice. You can keep treating every failure like a personal death sentence, or you can learn to weaponize it like a man who understands that pain is information. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Most kids would have folded. Jordan used that humiliation as rocket fuel. He turned that single setback into 6 championships and a legacy that still dominates decades later. He didn't just survive the pain. He studied it. He fed on it. You don't need their permission to do the same. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about discipline. The disciplined mind studies every defeat like a general studies battle tapes. There is no emotion. There is only intelligence gathering. Every loss contains the exact blueprint for your next victory, but only if you are willing to face it without flinch. This is why you are now installing the after-action review system. This system turns every loss, rejection, failure, or setback into the next level of your mind. You will use it after every major defeat and every minor one. No exceptions. Here is the exact after-action review system. Step 1. Immediate pause. The moment the setback hits, you stop everything. No emotional outburst. No self-pity. You create space between the event and your response. This alone already puts you ahead of 99% of men. Step 2. Facts only. You write down exactly what happened with zero emotional language. Just the cold, hard facts. What was the outcome? What did you do? What didn't you do? Step 3. Root cause. You ask the brutal question, where did I fail? Not where did life fail you? Where did you fail? Did you lose focus? Did you skip the habits? Did you let emotion control you? Be ruthless. Step 4. Extract the lesson. You pull one clear, usable lesson from the defeat. Write it in one sentence. This becomes your new rule. One new standard. One upgraded behavior. Step 5. Immediate action. You decide your very next move. Not someday. Not tomorrow. Right now. What will you do today that proves you got the lesson? Action is the only thing that separates warriors from victims. Setback is set up, use it or lose it. You will run the system after every workout you miss, every goal you fall short on, every time you lose your temper, every business failure, every rejection. No setback is allowed to pass without being mined for advantage. This is how you turn your past into ammunition instead of baggage. While weak men are still crying about what happened to them, you will already be 3 steps ahead, sharper, colder, and more prepared. Every loss will make you harder to kill mentally. Every defeat will make you more lethal. You have a choice. Keep letting setbacks break you and stay average. Or turn every single one of them into your greatest weapon. Setback is set up, use it or lose it. You now possess the complete warrior system. You declared war on your weak mind. You control your thoughts. You forged discipline in silence. You eliminated distraction. You command your emotions. You stack steel habits. You focus like your life depends on it. You embrace pain as your forge. And now you turn every setback into pure power. The transformation is nearly complete. Only one chapter remains. It is time to step into the final identity that all of this has been building toward. Chapter 10. Rise as the warrior who owns his mind. Everything you've learned has led to this moment. You declared war on your weak mind. You learned to interrogate your thoughts. You forged discipline in silence. You eliminated distraction. You took command of your emotions. You stacked steel habits. You trained focus until nothing could break it. You embraced pain as your forge. You turned every setback into fuel. Now it all culminates in one final truth. Your mind is now your weapon, wield it. That's the key. For thousands of years, the greatest warriors have discovered the same reality. Ancient Spartans and modern ultra-endurance athletes both reached the same conclusion. The mind is the final battlefield. The man who owns his mind owns everything. No longer will you hope for better days. You will command them. You have a choice. You can take everything you've been given across these chapters and slowly let it fade into another self-help experience, or you can decide right now to become the man who lives this every single day for the rest of your life. Most will choose the first path. You will choose the second. Your mind is now your weapon, wield it. From this day forward, you are no longer a civilian reacting to life. You are a warrior who commands it. You do not rise when you feel like it. You rise because that is who you are. You do not stay disciplined when it's easy. You stay disciplined because discipline is now your identity. Every morning you will run your full warrior forge stack. Every challenge you will meet with the protocols you've been given. Every time your mind tries to slip back into weakness, you will remind it who is in command. You don't need anyone's permission to live at this level. It's not about motivation. It's not about talent. It's not about circumstances. It's about discipline. The warrior no longer negotiates with discomfort. He uses it. He no longer runs from fear. He commands it. He no longer waits for the perfect time. He creates it. He has become the final version of himself, the one who owns his mind completely. Your mind is now your weapon, wield it. To lock this identity into your bones, you will adopt the warrior creed. Speak it out loud every single morning after your silence ritual. I own my mind. My thoughts serve me. My emotions serve me. My habits serve me. My focus is unbreakable. Pain is my teacher. Setbacks are my fuel. I do not hope for better days. I command them. My mind is now my weapon. I wield it. This is not motivation. This is programming. You will live by this creed until the day you die. When life gets hard, you will return to it. When you feel weak, you will return to it. When you taste victory, you will return to it. This creed becomes the final anchor of your new identity. You now carry the complete system. Everything you need is already inside you. The only question left is whether you will remain loyal to the man you have chosen to become. There will be days you fall. On those days, you do not feel sorry for yourself. You run the after-action review, extract the lesson, and get back on the path. Warriors don't fall and stay down. They fall and rise stronger. Your mind is now your weapon, wield it. The war you declared in Chapter 1 is no longer a war against yourself. It is now a war for your greatness. Every single day you step onto the battlefield of your own mind and you dominate it. You no longer scroll, you build. You no longer complain. You execute. You no longer wait. You create. This is what total ownership looks like. The man reading this book 10 chapters ago is dead. The man who finished it is dangerous. He is focused. He is disciplined. He is unbreakable. You're that man now. Carry this identity with pride, but more importantly, carry it with responsibility. The power you now hold is immense. Use it to build something meaningful. Use it to become someone your younger self would respect. Use it without apology. Your mind is now your weapon, wield it. You have completed the transformation. The only thing left is to live it. Every single day. For the rest of your life. This is no longer a book for you, instead it is your code now. You now know the truth. Your mind is no longer your weakness. It is your weapon. You declared war, stopped letting thoughts run wild, forged discipline in silence, killed distraction, commanded your emotions, stacked steel habits, trained unbreakable focus, embraced pain, turned every setback into fuel, and rose as the warrior who owns his mind. This is not a theory. This is the code. The only question left is, will you live it? Starting the second this audiobook ends, I challenge you, wake up tomorrow and run the full warrior protocol for the next 30 days without missing once. If you do, you will become unrecognizable. If you don't, you will stay exactly where you are. The war is on. Your move, warrior. Please don't forget to tell the universe your change every week in the comment section.